Revenge films.
My name is Kayane Mubita, 35 years old. A while ago, I had a baby in my stomach. It was a baby I was finally able to conceive after 7 years of marriage. Every day I would rub my stomach, and together with my husband, we looked very much forward to meeting our baby. After becoming pregnant, I took maternity leave from my work. So I spent most of my day at home. That's when a new resident moved in next door. They were a couple about the same age as us, and we became close when they visited our house to introduce themselves. After then, we began to visit each other's houses and chat while enjoying some tea. Ms. Rinko, the wife, was the same age as me, and we became friends in no time. She'd listen to me talk about my baby, who was about to be born soon. Ms. Rinko seemed that she was planning on having a baby soon too, and she was very knowledgeable about raising children. Since I was bad at reading and researching, I was thankful for Ms. Rinko's kindness, as she would teach me many things. Oh, reminds me, I received some gifts from my acquaintance a while ago. What is it? Apparently it's a tea good for expectant mothers. If you don't mind, Ms. Zane, would you like to try some? You sure? I want to try. I wasn't sure if there was any health benefits for me, so I was a little troubled. I'd be happy if Ms. Zane tries it. Thanks! It doesn't taste strange. It tastes somewhat refreshing. Maybe the refreshing taste is good for you when you get morning sickness. Maybe it's a bit of an exaggeration to say that it's good for the body. But it tastes very good. Thank you very much, Ms. Rinko. Oh, sorry, but I totally forgot today is the day I have to go visit my mother-in-law. I'll be leaving now. Thank you very much for the tea. Sorry, but let's talk again soon. After seeing Ms. Rinko, who was going to visit her mother-in-law, off, I returned home. Just as I was thinking about cleaning the house, I suddenly felt a tightening pain in my stomach. Ouch! Feeling intense pain, I fell to the floor. The pain did not stop and my breathing became heavier as well. Someone! I felt greasy sweat trickling down my face and my head was spinning. I desperately tried to stay conscious and was somehow able to call an ambulance. The next time I opened my eyes, I was at the hospital. Where am I?
Kanae, are you alright?
My husband Takashi came to me with a face full of tears and took my hands and looked into my face.
Kanae, you were carried by an ambulance. Seems like you called the ambulance yourself, but apparently, by the time they arrived, you were already unconscious.
Oh, I see.
You did your best. Sorry that I couldn't be near you when this happened.
It can't be helped. You had work. I think my stomach suddenly hurt so bad that I was losing consciousness and then I suddenly thought, my baby! What happened to my baby? Is he all right?
Don't worry. Seems the baby is doing fine. And your body too. There seems to be no problems as well. I am so glad.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Miss, you're awake?
Yes. You're the doctor in charge of me, right? Thank you very much for taking care of me.
No problem. Because of your quick decision, you were able to save both yourself and your baby. I'm very happy for that. But I just have one point of concern. Did you take any medication before your stomach began to hurt?
I don't take any medications.
I see. This time, in addition to sudden abdominal distension, contractions of the uterus were observed as well. I thought this was quite unusual.
Currently, I don't take any medications because of my baby, so I don't think that's the case. After the doctor left, my husband asked me,
Do you have any idea why this might have happened?
That's when I remembered about the tea that Ms. Rinko gave me. Miss Rinko gave me a tea that's apparently supposed to be good for expectant mothers. My stomach began hurting after drinking that, but that can't be it, right?
I'll try asking Miss Rinko.
Since our baby's due date was getting closer, I decided to stay at the hospital. That night, Takashi stopped by our house to get things I needed during my stay at the hospital, and along the way he stopped by Ms. Rinko's house. And he asked her about the tea she gave me. The tea I gave Miss Kane? It's this. Kashi drank the tea, but he felt like it tasted just like normal barley tea. I also thought that it was normal barley tea too, but after asking him, didn't it taste kind of refreshing? He became quiet and seemed like he began to think about something. After a few days of us not figuring out the reason for my stomach pain, Ms. Rinko came to visit us. That day, Takashi took a day off from work, so he was with me in the hospital room.
Since Miss Rinko is here, I'll go out to do some shopping. Please, keep my wife company.
After saying that, he left the room. Miss Kane, I'm sorry for what happened. I heard you lost your baby too. My baby was fine. Uh-huh? Your baby was fine? That's a disappointment. Uh-huh? My baby was fine though. Yeah, so I'm saying that's disappointing. You should have died along with the baby. Uh-huh? What's wrong with you, Ms. Rinko? Actually, I was pregnant before I moved to your house. I was excited to see my baby, but because of some minor accident, I lost him. After that day, I became depressed and felt like I was in hell every day. Seeing me become like that, my husband suggested we move. I thought that I'd feel better if we moved to a new place, but that's when I met you. Pregnant, walking carefree with that stupid look on your face. No, that's how you thought of me? Yes, that's right. I studied so hard for my baby, and yet I had a miscarriage. But you were doing nothing for your baby, but your stomach would grow bigger and bigger every day. I just couldn't accept that. That's why I wanted you to disappear. I was so shocked I couldn't say anything. Ms. Rinko kept talking. But it was surprising that her tonic really has an effect. But I guess I didn't put enough. I was so disappointed that you managed to survive. That's when we heard a door knock. I'll be taking my leave now, Miss Zane. Take care of yourself. Ms. Rinko left the room, putting back on a friendly smile. I was thinking, how should I tell Takashi about this? Or if he'll even believe me. So I couldn't bring myself to talk.
Kanae, did something happen?
Takashi, I don't know if you'll believe this, but... So I decided to tell Takashi what I just heard from Ms. Rinko. But I don't have any evidence. It's frustrating.
Kanae, don't worry.
After saying that, my husband took out a voice recorder behind the TV next to my bed. Uh-huh? When did you...
To be honest, I knew something was wrong when I checked the tea at Miss Rinko's house. You won't say that a normal barley tea is particularly good for expectant mothers, right? And Kanae, you said the tea tasted refreshing. But for me, I didn't get that feeling. With this evidence, we'd be able to punish Miss Rinko. You don't have to worry about anything, Kanae.
After that, Takashi quickly got on business, and using the evidence from the voice recorder, he filed criminal charges against Ms. Rinko. Ms. Rinko was indicted, convicted, and sentenced to prison. Ms. Rinko's husband confessed that after the miscarriage, Ms. Rinko became crazy, so he filed a divorce. I do feel sorry that Ms. Rinko had a miscarriage, but because a misfortune happened to you, that does not mean that you are allowed to put others through the same thing. I hope that Ms. Rinko will find her thoughts in prison.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.